Imagine planning your wedding, full of joy and excitement, only to vanish without trace. This is the chilling story of Joy Obiageli, a bride-to-be who disappeared just months before her big day. What really happened to her? Stick around because this story will shock you. And if you love gripping true crime stories from Africa, hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. In August 2020, a 36-year-old Joy Obiageli Onakense was busy making plans for her wedding in December. She was so excited about her big day, not knowing that something terrible was about to happen. You see, Joy lived in Asaba, Delta State, in a very big fenced compound with 4 flats, but only 2 of them were rented. Joy stayed in one, though she wasn't always around because of the nature of her job. She was an event planner and an interior decorator, so she traveled around Nigeria a lot. The other person occupying the second flat was Nonso Ekene, a Nollywood movie director. The compound also had a security man named Sunday Isaac, who lived there with his family. About 2 weeks before she disappeared, Joy spoke extensively to her elder brother Sunday Onakense about her wedding plans. But after that, nobody could reach her. Her phone just stopped going through. Her elder brother, Mr. Sunday, tried calling so many times, but no luck. He then asked their last-born sister if she had spoken to Joy, but she too hadn't heard from her. This was very unusual, as these siblings spoke to each other regularly. Sunday, the elder brother, told the younger sister not to panic, that he would keep trying for a few more days. But after 4 days of no feedback from their sister, the family knew something was wrong. But distance was a problem. Sunday lived in Lagos while Joy was in Asaba, so Sunday told one of their family members in Delta to check on her. When they got to Joy's house, Joy was nowhere to be found, not a single trace that she has been around for a while. Fear gripped them. They didn't know where else to look, who to call, but then they also knew that Joy had been having problems with her co-tenant, Nonso the movie director. In fact, Joy had reported Nonso to police twice because he threatened her life, and her family knew about their frequent confrontations. Nobody knew how the police handled the matter, but after the reports, both of them just continued to live in the same compound. So when Joy disappeared, her family immediately suspected Nonso. It was obvious to them that he had a hand in it. You see, while Joy's family was still searching for her, a man named Ahmed Saraki received a strange phone call. The caller told him that he had just seen Isaac, the security man, with a suspicious car. The person believed the car was stolen. You are wondering who Ahmed Saraki is, right? Let me explain. Ahmed Saraki was the one who brought Isaac and his family from Niger State to Delta State and got him his present job as a security man. So when he heard that Isaac was traveling with his family in a car that didn't belong to him, he knew something was wrong. Meanwhile, that same day, Isaac the gate man went to the petrol station to buy fuel for the car, but something dramatic happened. Isaac was asked by the pump attendant to open the fuel tank, but Isaac struggled to do so. This was strange because normally a car owner would know how to open their own fuel tank, and this was an everyday occurrence. Who wouldn't know how to open their own fuel tank? I guess this was the pondering questions in the mind of the pump attendant. After some minutes of Isaac struggling to open the fuel tank, people around started suspecting that the car wasn't really his. As luck would have it, someone who knew Isaac personally witnessed everything and immediately called Ahmed Saraki. Ahmed told them to hold Isaac down till he gets there. When he got to the fuel station, he was shocked. Ahmed was amazed to see that the car in question belonged to Joy, who was still missing. It didn't take long before the police arrived at the scene, and when they did, they asked Isaac for the car papers, but he had none. Isaac also couldn't explain why he was driving Joy's car with his family inside. He started mumbling, and his words were not coherent. The police immediately detained him. Ahmed, now fully alarmed, tried to call Joy's phone, but it was still switched off. That was when he realized Joy was truly missing. According to Ahmed, the police wanted to release Isaac at first, but he refused. He insisted that Isaac should be released until Joy was found. Note, while this was going on, Joy's family was already searching everywhere for her. Finally, Joy's younger brother went to the police station to report that their sister was missing. But when he got there, he saw Joy's car parked at the station. Shocked, he asked the police how they got the car. They told him that someone had been caught driving it without papers. When they brought out Isaac, Joy's brother was even more shocked. He couldn't believe his eyes. He told the police that Isaac was the security man in Joy's house. Meanwhile, Joy's elder brother Sunday had already traveled from Lagos to Asaba. When he arrived, he asked the divisional police officer DPO to arrest Nonso, Joy's co-tenant, since Joy had already reported him to the police before, but the DPO refused, saying he could not arrest Nonso unless there was a strong evidence tying him to the disappearance of his sister, which at that point in time there was none. Sunday was frustrated, but he didn't relent. He then went straight to the Delta State Commissioner of Police and reported everything. The commissioner promised that the police would take action immediately. At the same time, Ahmed was also doing his own investigations. He went to Joy's house with the police to search the place thoroughly, but they didn't find anything. I guess they were in a rush. Still, Ahmed was not satisfied. He asked the person who called him about Isaac to go back to the compound and check thoroughly for any clues. When this person got there, he noticed a spot in the compound that looked like a fresh soil that had been dug and covered up again. He immediately called Ahmed, who then informed the police. The police went back and also noticed the spot, but for some obvious reasons, they didn't dig it up that same day. The next day, when Nonso the co-tenant returned home, he had no idea that the police had been there the day before. But before he could enter the compound, the police who were waiting for him stopped him and asked him why that ground was dug. When he could not give a good answer, they quickly arrested him. Now, there was another reason why the police suspected Nonso. Nonso had allegedly tried to bail Isaac from detention. This made the police wonder if he was somehow involved in Joy's disappearance. Isaac, on the other hand, refused to talk for days, but after the police applied good pressure, he finally confessed. His confession was shocking. He said Joy owed him salary and was also refusing to give him food daily. So one night around 8 p.m., he confronted her and asked for money. When she refused, he got angry and killed her. According to Isaac, Nonso was at home that night, but he didn't see or hear anything because his generator was running. He claimed he acted alone and that his own wife found out later, but he threatened to kill her if she told anyone. After killing Joy, Isaac removed his underwear, possibly for rituals. He then buried her upside down in a shallow grave inside the compound. Some of her body parts were missing when they later exhumed her body. This made people suspect that Isaac removed them for ritual purposes. After the murder, Isaac burned all Joy's documents, stole some of her personal belongings, and drove away in her car with his full family. He was actually running away when he was caught at the petrol station. On the other hand, Joy's family refused to believe that Isaac could have done everything alone, killing her, digging a grave, burning documents, and stealing things, all without Nonso knowing. But Isaac's confession only mentioned himself. The police had no other choice and evidence to keep Nonso, so he was later released. This decision angered Joy's family and the community members. They organized a protest, marching to Delta State Police Headquarters, the State House of Assembly, and the Government House. They demanded justice, fearing that this case would be swept under the rug. Joy's uncle even claimed that the police had asked the family to bring money to fund the investigation since the government wasn't providing funds. While they were trying to raise money to fund the police investigation, they heard that Nonso had been released. To this very day, Nonso remains a free man, continuing his work as a Nollywood director. As for Isaac, there is no clear public record of whether he was tried and sentenced for Joy's murder. I guess the matter is presently under the rug as we speak. This case remains painful, not just for Joy's family alone, but also for her fiancé, who lost his bride-to-be in such a tragic and gruesome way. This is indeed a heartbreaking case for Joy Obiageli. What do you think? Do you think Isaac acted alone? Let me know this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories from Africa. Stay safe and see you in our next video.